All right. So we just create this footer component and copy the footer code from the website list, right, from here to here. And the one thing we need here is the user ID. We need the UID here, and the way we got it is in the website list. We need a component did mount, and we have actually we have UID in the state. Let's do the same thing here. Let's copy the state, put that into the footer. All right, so it has a state. We only need the UID, not need the websites. We need the UID here. And the UID here is from this state. So let's do a destructuring here. Constant UID is equal to this state. Right. So the footer also has the UID right now. Now we can just import footer in some other components that where we want to use it. All right. So that's it for the footer. You can just close it. And let's go to all the components one by one. So let's start with the user pages. User pages, the only one has footer is profile.js, right? So let's import a footer here. Go to top. Let's say import footer from /utility folder and the footer, right? Import the footer here, and let's use it here. Footer need a link. We're gonna have to go to the footer to import link here. Right, so give me an arrow because I didn't put the import link here. Import link from React Rotterdam. Right. And in the profile, instead of using the code, never, I'm gonna take that. I'm just saying, please put a footer here. It's going to be tag footer. You see that? Just put the footer here. And if you go to the profile, Shiyu login. Oops, I'm getting error. There's a props to match. Cannot read the params of undefined. I think that's because of the footer is not inside the routing. Let me see how can I fix that. Let me see. All right, I think we're gonna pass in the UID. All right, I'm gonna pass in UID from the other files as a parameter, like we're passing functions from app.js to others. So we have the UID inside inside every file, inside the profile. Right now we're in the profile. Do we have UID here? Yeah. Let's submit, render. Yeah, we also need a UID. Constant UID is equal to this state. This the props that match the params. We have to have the UID in the profile, and for the footer, we're just gonna grab the UID here. So for the footer, I'm gonna say UID is equal to the UID we have in the profile. Right, just go like that. And in the footer here, we can just say, instead of have state here, we just say the UID is equal to this props. Right, so everything you pass in from the parent component, it's going to be passing as a properties, and we can just grab it from these props. Right, now it should work. And it's a footer we have in the profile. It's still working. And let's go ahead and change all the a footers in all our pages, right? So we have it in the profile, and the next page is go change the website list. We also have UID here. So what we're gonna do here, delete this navbar for the footer, and any footer here. We need to import it. First, let's put UID equals to the UID we have here, and it's gonna give me an error says footer is not defined. We're gonna have to import it on the top. Okay. Import footer from / utility folder and the footer, right? And let's go to change the website new. Let's import the footer here. Let's actually copy it. I don't have to type it again. Import the footer. Do I have UID here? Let me see. In the here I have UID render. UID. So go to the bottom. Where is my navbar? Navbar here. I'm gonna delete that and just say footer, and UID is equal to UID. By passing UID from the parent. Website list, website edit. We're gonna do the same thing. Alright, do the same thing. So import footer, and go to the render. Bottom of it, rewrite the navbar. Here again, navbar. Delete that. Rewrite it as just footer. UID is equal to the UID, right? And you can use the same way to do it for the rest of the other pages, like the page, like the widgets, all of them, right? So they are going to share the same style. So right now you can see like those pages still have the footer and it's still just fully functional, right? So they are still sharing the same content. And the next thing, let's go ahead to do it for the navbar. Right, let's do it for a navbar. So in the utility class, let's create another file. We're going to call it navbar.js. Which pages has a navbar? So the first page that has navbar is the profile page. All right, the profile page. Where is the render here? That's the navbar we have here. Right, navbar. But there's something like, so it's unlike the footer. Navbars are actually a little bit different. So if you check it, so the navbar in the profile, it has a profile on the left. It has a check on the right. Right? And the navbar in the website, it has a left button on the left, a website in the middle, and a plus on the right. So it's not like exactly the same. It has some difference there. So the thing is, we in order to make them as a common component, we're gonna pass in the different properties to the navbar. So for example, if we're doing the profile navbar, we're gonna tell him on the left it's gonna be a profile, on the right it's gonna be a check button. But other things are the same. And the websites, I'm gonna tell him what is on the left, what is the middle, and what is the plus button. Those things are gonna be passed into the navbar component as properties. Right. Let's see how we do it. Actually, I don't know how to do it. Let's say her navbar, and we have a span here, the button. All right. We're gonna try it. So navbar RCC generated it, and paste this in. This is a navbar in the profile, and we're gonna have to rewrite it a little bit. So this is a one only has two components. We're gonna see, do I have the third component? Say maybe there is a back button here, so we're gonna have a curly brace here. If actually we can choose if there is a left button, then we show that left button. Otherwise, do not show it. So we're gonna say let's do a destruction here. constant show back btn, right? Is it from this props? If this actually just call it back btn, right? So if we have this, then we show that. Otherwise, do not show it. So if back btn question mark, if this thing is existing, then we display a back button. The back button will be a link. Actually, it's copied from website list. How did we create that? Website list, navbar. Here is the back button. What it looks like, right? Let's just put it here. If that is existing, if there is a back button, just put it like that, make it more readable. Then we show it. Otherwise, just show null. And there's one thing for the back button is like it's not gonna always go to the same page. If you are in the profile, if you are in the website list, you go back, you go to profile. If you are in the website edit, you go back and go to website list. So this 2 here won't be identical for all the navbar. It's actually changing. So for this one, it's 2 here. I'm just going to say go to the, just say back btn here. Right, this is going to be a property passed in from the parent. Each parent is going to give a different path. All right, that's a back button, and then in the middle, the title for every page is going to be different. So this one here, I'm just going to use in curly brace. This is title, and title is also from this props, right? And the sourcing, well, this button on the right, sometimes it's a check button, sometimes it's a plus button. So we're also going to have a if cases here. Let's have another props. Let's say how do I want to call it? Like say right btn. Right, it's called btn on the right btn. So let's say when the right btn is equals to check. If that equals to check, if that is equals to check, then we're displaying this button. Right, displaying this button. The form, it won't always be profile form. It's sometimes going to be some other forms, right? For this one, well, we're going to need another properties here, like the form. Right, so in this one, instead of saying profile form, I'm just going to make it using the form variables here, and passing from. It's also passing from parent. Why do I have href here? Let's remove that. Shouldn't have a href there. Right, button, form, right hand check button. Okay. So if that is a check button, we do that. Otherwise, we show a plus button. Right, website list has a plus button. It's copied from there. This is a plus button. Otherwise, we'll show a plus button. And the plus button, the 2 attribute is also different. Let's adding another property. Right button 2. Right, so let's make that here. It's always going to the different page. So you can see like it seems like we're doing some extra work. It's a lot of things you need to think about, but once the setup is done, you can reuse it as many times as you want. And in the future, if you want to change it how it looks, you can you don't have to change all the pages, just change one page. Right? So that's it for the setup. So we will make the left button is dynamic, middle title is dynamic, and the right button is dynamic. It's changing depends on what we give it from the parent. Right, let's go ahead to use it. Actually, I also need to import the link because I'm using link here from React Rotterdam. Right, so I'm not sure if that works, but let's go ahead and try it. Let's go to the user profile. Top navbar is here. Right, let me actually have the right the navbar component is here, so I may need to change something later. Let's get rid of the comments here. I don't need it. Right. So the navbar, where is it? This is logging. Sorry, profile here. The navbar. I'm gonna get rid of it. Okay, I don't need this one here. So the navbar. Get rid of it. I'm gonna using the navbar component. And in the navbar component, I need to provide some properties here. For example, title. Actually, let's not delete that. I'm gonna forget what title and other things is. I'll leave this here for a second. Comment it out. And using navbar, and I'm gonna need the title, which is profile. Right, profile. Actually, it's gonna just string profile. And on the right is a check button. So here I'm gonna say check right button is equal to check, and the right button and the form is profile form. Right? We have the form. So left is there's no left button, so just do not put BTN buttons there. A right button type is a check, and the title is profile, and the form for that is profile form. Let's see if that works. Right, so I can delete this for now. So if we check the profile, and it's working. Let me try if that works. So Shiyu username, and change the first name, Shiyu123. Update successfully. Yeah, it does update successfully. The verification page is still Shiyu123. Right, so it works. Let's go ahead and add the navbar to other pages. So for example, the website list. Navbar here. I'm gonna comment this one out for a second. Navbar. Inside this one, we're gonna have a back button, right? So the back button is equals to where this goes to. Back button is here. Let's go to here. I'm gonna copy that. This back button is to here. And we have title, which is websites, and we have a right button is a plus. So right BTN, let's say it is a plus, and the right button 2 is to here. Right, let's copy that instead of. Yeah, it's kind of long. You can just make them like that. It's maybe easier to read. Sometimes when there are too many properties, you can write it in multiple lines. Yeah, we have back button. I have right button. I have right button 2. I have the title. Right, let's take a look. Right, so see, it still works. I can go back. I can add a new page, new website. Everything is working. And be careful, we cannot using the navbar for this guy here. This is like more complicated than that. And for this one, we may need to write another component called like maybe now it's called a navbar row or like a navbar in 2 columns, something like that for the website list and the website new. Or that 2 pages. This 2 pages has a special navbar, but we can still use navbar for the pages and for the widgets. All right, let's try it. So that's for the website list. Let's go to the page. Also change the page list. The navbar. Let me comment this out for now. So we can using our new navbar, and we need a couple stuffs here. We need a back button, back btn is equals to this. And we do not put the comma there, all right? In HTML, there is no comma, all right? We're using HTML here. They're just properties. In the middle is pages, so the title is pages. It's a string. And the right button is a plus button. So let's say right btn is a plus, and the right btn2, that is to this place. Just copy that. All right, and we can also go ahead and rewrite the footer. All right, we have a footer here. Let's rewrite it. So for we can just, instead of say footer here, we can just say footer, and we'll have a what does it go to? What properties it takes? It takes actually not two attributes. It takes a UID, right? It's need a UID here. So the UID is equal to the UID. All right, so we don't need this footer anyway. You can see like we don't have to rewrite stuff. Right, so I'm getting some error because I need to import it. So let's go ahead and delete this part. You can see like it's just getting shorter. We only have the navbar, footer, and all the rest stuff is just the main content of stuff here. Let's import the navbar and footer. Import navbar from /utility folder navbar. And import the footer from /utility utility footer. Right, so now just check it. Yes, this is my pages. I see we have it just changed the color into blue. Because right now everything is share the same style. So think about it. If you want to change the color of the navbar, you don't have to go to every page to change it. All you need to do is just go to the navbar here and just change it here. Instead of this BG primary, let's say maybe I want to change it to BG danger, and all of them become red. Yeah. So I need to log in to check out the pages. So this one become red, this one become red, and this one become red. You don't have to write it 3 times. Sometimes if you're missing one part, like that page is gonna look weird. But right now, like since they are all share the same component, you just need to change it once. Same thing for the footer. I also want to change the footer color into danger. I did, and everything boom get into red color. Right. I need to log in again. Right, red color, red color, red color, and we can also go ahead and change the page edit, and also like the widgets. Right, they can share the same style, share the same component, right? So, and that's just footer and the navbar. Again, we said we can also change the website edit. Remember the left part here? That's basically just a website list. Right, that's basically just a website list. Let's see how we do it. So in the websites. Here we have website edit, website list, and the new website new. Let's create a new component inside it. Maybe you can call it websites.js. RCC, generate the command. Yep. And inside here, I actually want to just have the middle section here. I have the UL and the just have the UL. Right? Just have this here. I don't have a list inside it. So websites just have the list. And let's format it a little bit. Yeah. So this one actually it needs a state of websites to map it. So we're gonna grab the code for it. State. Actually, no. I think I'm just gonna. Yeah, I think we can have it there. Let's see. UID. Yeah. So we're gonna have a state inside here, and we're gonna have websites. It's the same thing. Right, like the website list, same thing. And the component did mount. We will need the. Yeah, we also need the filter websites function. Let's put this one in. And we also need the component did mount here. Let's copy that. And for component did mount, we don't need to checking is logged in, because that's not this subcomponent's job. It's the main component going to check it, right? And the UID is not going to come in from the state. It's going to come from the props. That's it. Yeah, I think that's it. All right. So that's this subcomponent. And in the website list, well, we don't need to filter websites here. We're going to have that in the subcomponent, and we don't need this two here. We just need to check in is the user logged in or not. We can also get rid of this websites array. All right, and we can also remove the Axios library here. I think actually, yeah, we don't need Axios here. Let's get rid of the comments. Right, so middle section here, the UL. Let's delete that. We don't need it. All right, so all we need here is just websites slash and I'll pass in the UID from the UID. That's it. So you can see how simple this page is, and I'm missing a lot of like libraries in the websites. So we're gonna have imported one by one. Import Axios from Axios. Import link from React Rotterdam. And the UID is from this props. So inside the render here, I'm going to do a destructuring constant. UID is from this props. Here we go. And in the website list, I can even get rid of the link here. You can see that the body of the page here is that short. Only like few lines. It has a navbar, it has websites, and it has footer. None of them are in this page. Right? And all the functions we have here just component did mount, checking if the user is allowed to go to this page. Right? So let's see if it's working. So go to websites. It's going to ask me to log in again. I hate it. Oops, I just hit log out. Login, websites. At least it's not showing. What's wrong with it? I'm getting an error. Websites, line 32. I'm getting some error here. Cannot perform a React state update on an unmounted. Oops, is that an error in this page? Let me double check. No, I don't think that's an error in this page. It's just page. Let's see, console.log. This props.uid. Yeah, we do get the UID. What is this one? I don't know what what's that arrow. So it's logging again. Yeah, something is not working. Let's check it. I do get the UID. Let me check the network. Did we send out the network asking for the page? Refresh. Which one is that? website. I think this is a 1, and I do get an array of websites here. Why it is not showing? Let's see. Website list. It imported the websites. Yes. Websites here. Let me see. Get rid of the console log here. I'm checking. The console log here. All right. Console.log. This states the websites. See what we have inside it. Login. It's empty. What? Why it is empty?
So the nav bar is the whole width of the screen.
Nav bar.
Where's the website part where it's supposed to go?
Let me
Am I saying
see.
that right?
Actually, I think this data is not sending from the server somehow. Let me check it. Console.log. Actually, let's do it here. Oh. Let's see. Console.log. Where's the data? Do we have the rest data here? Let's get rid of this console log here. I have to use some console log checking where is a problem happening. So this is also how you diagnose the issue when that happens. Just console log. Okay, this one. It does gives me the 3 item here, and then we do the filter. I think the problem is happening on this filter websites, because before the filter websites everything is okay, and here is a filter. Well, here the state ID. The ID is not from state anymore. It's from the props. Should be this the props, the UID. Here we found the issue. Try to log in. Now it's showing, right? So now we fixed it. So it's supposed to be the props UID, not the state, because UID is from the props right now. Right, so that's it for the websites component. We can also use it in the other pages. So let's go to website list. We already use it. Let's go to website new as well. Website new, the left part UL. Let's delete that. We don't need this anymore. I'll just see, instead of saying that, just websites. UID is equal to UID. Right, we need to import it. Go to the top, import websites from utility, not utility, just the current folder, /websites. And there's a couple things we don't need. We don't need the websites anymore. We don't need the filter websites. We don't need this thing here. You may also have the is login here, right? I was lazy, didn't do the is login here, but you may also have it. And the filter website, we don't need it. Right, so it should work right now. So CU websites. Let's go to the website new. See the menu, the list is still showing on left. All right, we can do the same thing for website edit. So for the website edit, we can do the same thing. So for example, we're going to get rid of the list UL, from UL to UL, delete that, and they just adding websites here. UID equal to UID, and we can get rid of the function we don't need. Comments. Filter websites, don't need that anymore. Get rid of that, get rid of the websites. Right, so you can see it just makes the code more easier to read, and just also you don't have to rewrite the code multiple times. Right, so you see the list is still working here. Right, so That's good. So right now, if you want to change the style of the list, you can just go to the websites to directly change it from here. Right? For example, if I do not want the margin here, you can say list group, and list group, I think it's called flush. We're gonna change the style of it. Yeah, like that. Right, all the pages gonna be changed right now. So website edit, website new, and the websites. Go back. You need to log in to see that page. Websites, yes, it share the same style, right? So you don't have to rewrite the code. This is the best practice for using the component-based framework, like React. Actually, it's a library. Yeah. So this is how we think about the page. Like there are different components. The navbar is a component, the footer is a component, and the middle part is another component. Right? Just try to make things as small as possible. And also the benefit for that is it's also improve the performance of the page. So right now, if we update the websites list in the middle, it won't refresh the whole page. Just refresh the middle part. Because you just changed the middle components. The component on top and bottom, they didn't change. So also improve the performance of stuff. So for example, right now, the website list, if I go back here, the top is going to be re-rendered. The bottom won't, because it's still the same component, and the middle going to be re-rendered. See, the left is never. It's even the screen is even not flashing, not like a refresh. See, it's always there. See, no matter I'm going, the bottom part is just never even refreshed by itself. So it saves the time to re-render those components which is not need to re-render, right? So yep, that's it for today's lecture, and this is not a